Hey, what's up, everybody? Mark Price here at DevSlopes.com, and today we are going to talk about React Developer Tools, the Chrome extension or Firefox extension. If you go ahead and pull open your Google Chrome, which is the browser you should be developing on because it's pretty amazing for development, we're going to do a search on for the Chrome Web Store. I'm sure there's a link for it somewhere on my Google Chrome. I don't know where it is. All right. So I'm going to click that there. And we are going to type in React Developer. And it's an extension. And here it is. Go ahead and click it. And yours might say add to Chrome or get or download or whatever. Mine's already added. But you just click that button and it will install. Okay. We're not quite done though. What you're going to want to do now is configure it once you have it installed. So go over to your little icon over here, those little three dots there, go to settings, and I'm going to click extensions, or you could just type in Chrome://extensions. Okay, scroll down to wherever it is, and there it is. And you need to make sure that allow in incognito and allow access to file URLs are selected. Okay, it does have tracking and stuff, but it's for developing. No one's taking your information. There's a warning there. So make sure those are both enabled so we don't have any problems, okay? All right, so I'm gonna close that here. Close that. And by the way, you can just type Firefox React Developer Tools if you are developing in Firefox, and they have tools for Firefox as well too. So now that we've got it installed, what I want to do is open up a previous project that we've already done. You can open up any React project. I'm just going to open up one that we've done in this class. So I'm going to go to Terminal. Okay. And the one I'm going to be using is the ingredients one, where we added styling to it, where we had the 3 different lists way back when. And so in order for these React Developer Tools to work, you have to be running your project on a server, meaning we can't just go and click the index.html file and load on the browser. It will not work. Okay. And maybe you're sitting here wondering, well, why do I need to use these? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I'm going to show you that as well too. Let's go ahead and pull open the file here. I think this might be it. This is not it, but this is a different one made with React. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to go to view page source. Notice how with React, when you look at the source code of a page, you don't see any of your stuff. You know, it's not very helpful. It's because React's using a virtual DOM. We have no way of debugging it. So here comes our awesome developer tools. So what we're going to do, go to whatever project that you want. Okay, I'm using the ingredients one. And all I'm going to do is use the node package http-server. If you don't have it installed, you can just do npm install http server, and then we're going to say -g, or I think you have to do the -g before. Yeah, http-server. Go ahead and install it. Okay, and once it's installed, make sure you've navigated into the directory where your project is, and make sure there's either a public folder that has your index.html file inside of it, or make sure that if there is no public folder, that your index.html is here on the top level somewhere, because this HTTP server is going to look for that automatically. So I'm going to run http-server-p to set the port, and let's just do a fun number, 8659, just for fun. Okay, and you can go to localhost:8659, or just copy this right here, which is what I'm going to do, and put it right here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a to-do list. You know, I'm going to Command-Alt-J to open up my tools here, and we're going to go over to the React tab. You should have a React tab there, and make sure you had selected those 2 options in the settings for Google Chrome, and it will appear there. If it doesn't, you can feel free to reach out or search the internet, click React. It's going to connect. And sure enough, here's our items. It's showing on the page. So this is cool. So we can now interact with React, you know, and these are all tied. All these elements here are tied to what you're doing. So ingredients, if I said eggs, look over here on the right-hand side, how it blinked green for me, did it again. So your state is over here on the right-hand side, and your props, the details for that specific component. And so if I wanted to change eggs, I just double click in here, and inside of the quotes, this now becomes bacon. Okay. But then it just so happened that someone who's watching this video doesn't believe in eating bacon, and they're a vegan. That's okay. And so instead of bacon, it's soy bacon. So depressing. I know. I feel bad for you guys. Bacon, come on. The one thing. Just the one thing. Anyway, so that's cool, right? You can change your state. I have nothing against vegans. I'm just kidding. So you can change your state right here on the right-hand side dynamically, which is really cool. Or also, you notice how our state, if you ever did this app, we know that we have a state object or a string for our dynamic text, the value that's being typed in, new item text. So if I type something in here, like the next word I'm going to put in, so let's say, carrots, put that in there, okay? Notice how it appeared in this state object. So it's dynamic. You can add stuff into it, and it's pretty cool. It's right there on the right-hand side. Great for testing. Put information where it needs to go. Make sure it works, so you don't have to hard code things, or, it's just good tools to play around with. Down here, you can search by component name. So if we expand one of these here, and I type in list, look, it's sorting all of them. So I can see my list item, my list manager, all the lists in there. Notice how also it's showing the UL. So it's actually filtering. How cool is that? See? If I type in UL, it filters, shows me all the UL. So you can actually filter and find components that you want. I think that's pretty cool. So if you want to do some quick analysis, you can look at it and see what's going on. List item, you can see the state of everything that's on there. Soy bacon. Does that even exist? Do you guys know that? Does that even exist? You guys are like, someone's like shaking their head. Yes, I've got a whole pack in my fridge. So you can click the different elements here. Okay. By the way, props over here on the right-hand side, props are read-only. So when something gets passed down to a prop, you can't change it. So we can never make soy bacon become regular bacon again, unfortunately. Just won't work. It has to go from the state down. So you can modify state, but you can't modify props, which makes sense. We're used to dealing with that. So pretty cool stuff. You can scroll to the node. See? Woo. You can show all list managers. You can show the source. This is actually going to open up your script and show what's going on with that script file. Might not be super useful because we compile all of our code. We didn't actually write that compiled code. And then it can actually open it up over here on the elements pane as well too. It'll find it and put it in there for you in your actual HTML elements. So anyway, very good for debugging if you need to debug or really look at what's going on behind the scenes, make sure things aren't broken. But that's all that's to it. We're not going to use it a whole bunch in this course. I find that I use tools like this when I start running into problems where I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And I can't figure something out. This is when I start opening up some tools and start messing around with things. But it's there for you to use if you want it. Become a master of it. Look at all the cool stuff here. And that's it. Okay? So go eat some bacon or soy bacon and come on back and we'll keep trucking forward. And remember, to get your free live help, go to devslopes.com and click on chat room. I'm there all the time, as well as a huge community of other students.